What's the matter? Are you sad? Are you sad? I've just had something really cool arrive in the post that I ordered a couple of weeks ago. They're my family albums from Papier. So they're photo books. I have printed many photo books over the years. You could say it's something of a slight obsession, but I like giving them as gifts. And I also like having our photos sort of documented in books rather than just on our phones. And so I've done quite a few. But what I will say about Papier, I do think they're slightly more expensive. In fact, I know they're more expensive than a lot of other places. I try and do it when they've got an offer on. But what I will say is they look really, really chic. So what I've done is, I'm doing a book for every year since 2015. 2015, I'm pregnant with my first baby there, with my daughter, who's going to be 9 this summer. Let me show you some pages inside. Hold on a sec. It's kind of tricky because I don't really show my family online, but if you can see the printing quality, it's really nice. I find that I have to push my pictures a little bit brighter. Look. For Papier. Not too much. You know, I think a lot of the time you don't realise quite how dark your pictures actually are because you're looking at them on an iPhone. Look, there's me having just had a baby. That's Mr. Bear, my cat. That's the back of our house that we were renovating as I had a baby. So we didn't have anywhere to live, which was super fun. It was super good fun. And I'm finishing each book with, we do an annual Christmas card, although the kids are refusing to do it now, but every year until now, we've had an annual Christmas card. We did the cat this year. And so I'm finishing every book with a little picture of whatever that Christmas card was that year. I'd say it's quite a matte finish compared to a lot of other photo book places. But I just think that it looks very chic. Kind of doesn't look like a photo book. Oh, I thought I printed 2 of the same book then. I once made up a book for my parents of our wedding album. And it was so expensive. I went full out and I did a leather bound. It had about 100 pages in there. I did the nicest paper, the nicest finish. I think it was about £70. And when they got it on the front, it was supposed to say wedding album and it said wedding album. And I just mistyped it. I mean, I just think, obviously, the photos, it's not going to make bad photos look good. But if you like quite artistic photos, they're just really nice books. So you can see it sort of fades it out a bit, if that makes any sense. Anyway, those are my albums from Papier. Trying to make it less like, and now this, and now here's another favourite. But actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because now we're going to go and look at something else that's a little bit sort of creative and crafty. I have become obsessed with stamps. Let's go and have a look. Oh, come on, Dexter. Let's go. Ah, I've just remembered there was something else I wanted to tell you about in there. Another favourite of the month, and it's free. You can just watch it on YouTube. I'm going to link to it in the description box. Don't obviously watch it now. Watch me first and then go and watch her. One of my favourite comedians, Jen Brister. Follow her on Instagram as well. She's so good. She does little clips from her show on her Instagram. She just makes me laugh so much. She doesn't make me feel too uncomfortable, but she is just brilliant. She has just finished her tour, which I think was called Optimist. Yeah, it was. And I'd booked tickets for that tour, but at the last minute I couldn't go because I wasn't very well, and the person I was going with, she wasn't very well, and we completely missed it, and I was so gutted. And then last week she put a link on her Instagram and said you can watch my show online. I'll put a little clip here, but make sure you go and watch it after you've finished watching my favourites. Thanks very much. Thank you very much.
Emptying every last piece of plastic shit that they own before they trip off to the toilet to have a tricky poo that I'll have to drill off the toilet bowl! Oh yeah, I'm the fucking nutter!
Stamps. I feel like I could quite easily change direction in life and become, if this exists, a professional stamper, a stampfluencer. Before Christmas, I was on Instagram, and the English stamp company who make amazing stamps, rubber stamps we're talking about, printed their own wrapping paper on recycled brown paper, which is what I use for my wrapping at Christmas. And it looked so good. I was so taken by it that I instantly went onto their website and I bought myself some stamps. I did a feature on those, which I had bought myself. And then they sent me, as a surprise, this stamp. Can you guess what this is? It's so genius. So this is one of their custom stamps. I've got my card, I've got my stamp. I'm going to use sepia, ink that stamp. It just occurred to me that some of you might not know who this is when I print it. If you don't know who it is, then you should be following me on Instagram. Look at that. How clever is that? That's my cat, Mr. Bear, his British short hair. So that's what they sent me. And then, because I'm not one to do things by halves, I went and bought a load of others. Because it occurred to me that every time one of my kids has to go, let me just put this up. Every time one of my kids has to go to a kid's birthday party, I have to go and buy a rubbish card. I don't have to buy a rubbish card, but a lot of them are rubbish, let's face it. They're quite expensive and they never really look that nice. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start making my own highly chic, crafty, wholesome looking cards. This one is that. It's a bear on a bike. How good is that? I'm sorry, but how good is that? I just think, as a greetings, I mean, you could use it as the world's your oyster, thank you card, just a little notelet to say hi. But I love the effect of the printing. What else have we got? We've got a birthday bear. I thought that was really nice for kids. And you know what, the stamps, they're not like massively cheap. It depends what size you get, but they could be £10, £15, £20. It depends what design you get and whether they're special edition or whatever. But if you think about how much you spend on one kid's birthday card, tell me she went over the top without telling me she went over the top. I did quite a lot of practicing. I did buy a happy birthday word one, but actually I bought it slightly too big. I should have bought the 3-inch and I bought the 4-inch. Rookie error. And I've been experimenting with different coloured inks. I think the black for the kids one looks really good. But look, do you not think, am I going mad here? But do you not think that that just looks really nice and kind of, I know it looks quite homemade, but I like to think it looks artisanal. I don't just have to print that, for example, as a notelet. I could then print my wrapping paper with cats all over and it will look really nice. It will look really special. That's the plan. Do you want to see what the Christmassy ones look like? Here's a star. We'll do it in green, shall we? This is what I did on my wrapping paper. So I did a star. I'm making a real meal out of this. It doesn't actually take this long. And so you have to imagine this on brown recycled paper, but this is kind of how it looked. It looked more rustic because it was on the brown. I'm not really doing it justice, but it's so therapeutic. And I just think what a lovely, more affordable way that also looks more special, doesn't take that much effort, but it looks like you've put loads of effort in. What a nice way to do greetings cards and wrapping paper and your bits and bobs, or just notelets, you know. I'll just show you the bear, shall I? Let's do the bear. I think the bear is my favourite. With these ones, the illustrated ones, you have to be quite careful to make sure the ink gets on every part of it. She says, expert stampfluencer. And then I'm always really worried when it's on there that I'm not pressing it hard enough or the right way. Oh, look, it's just so good. I like the fact that these are from an illustrator, and so it's like each time you do it, you're getting your own little, I know it's not hand drawn, but but in effect it kind of is a hand-drawn illustration each time, because you're just inking the hand drawing. What do you think about that then? All of these cards. Let me know in the comments if I completely lost the plot. I feel like I might have lost you all there. Let's do some beauty favourites, shall we? This is the Bioactive Ceramide Repairing and Plumping Moisturiser from the Inky list. I am going to include this in my next best budget beauty buys video because it's so good. It's like a really lovely, very hydrating face cream that doesn't leave a greasy residue, but it's ultra rich. So if you're a fan of the Inky list, but they've got quite a few moisturisers that are a lighter texture, this one is your rich one, perfect for normal to dry skin. It's no frills packaging. That's what you get with the Inky list. That's how they keep their prices down, but it's a really sophisticated barrier repair cream, really. It's a ceramide cream. The skin barrier is what helps you, amongst other things, retain moisture in your skin and stop it from getting dry and irritable and sensitive. And so anything packed full of ceramides is always going to be a good thing, especially if you cane it with your retinoids and your acids and whatnot all of the time, and you feel that your skin is often quite on the brink of just giving up on you. Something with ceramides, and this is just a really good price. It's less than 20 quid. Right, what's the last beauty thing and the last favourite? What did I think of, Dexter? Are you okay? Dexter won't eat his breakfast this morning. I'm really worried about him because he didn't really eat his tea last night. And it's because his daddy is away and he pines for him. It's quite sad, really. I'm going to maybe mix in some cheese. Should you mix some cheese in? Oh, he's the sweetest. He's the sweetest. Yes, you are. What's the matter? Are you sad? Are you sad? You're fading away. What can I add to your food that will make you like it? Gravy? Gravy? What do you think? Grated cheese? Tuna? What do you like? What do you like, sir? Should we go down to the restaurant and have a look, see what we've got in the cupboard? Oh, I don't know what number favourite we're on now. I've finished these. The Sam McKnight Cool Girl Nourishing Conditioner and Shampoo. Now, this is mostly hair recommendations for if your hair is slightly shorter, like mid-length or shorter, and you need to retain texture in it for styling. Blatantly, I have not styled my hair today, so you don't want anything that's going to weigh your hair down too much, because then it just sort of lies there flat, doesn't it? So my first recommendation for that is these. They're really nourishing in that your hair feels still strong, but it doesn't feel heavy or silky. And so I think they're a brilliant base for if you're going to be styling your hair afterwards, whether you're curling it, blow drying it, whatever. It just means you're not battling against a load of grease. Second hair care range, Archive. Oh, just poured water down my own sleeve. Archive shampoo and conditioner, all day, every day. I would say that this conditioner is slightly more weightier, silkening than the Sam McKnight one. The Sam McKnight, I really think what it does is it strengthens, it makes your hair feel strong, but it doesn't make it feel silky smooth. Okay, so it's giving your hair what it needs, but keeping it really light and and non-weighed down. These ones, I would say that there's a little bit more of the silkening effect with the conditioner, but you still, I've used it this morning actually because I've run out of the Sam McKnight. I need to reorder it. It's still left my hair feeling really sort of lightweight. I haven't put any other styling stuff or leave-in conditioner or what have you on my hair at all. So this is just, I don't think I've even brushed it. It just leaves it feeling really nice, but not weighed down. There you go. Well, that was my favourites for January. I'm going to go and see if I can make the dog eat some food and possibly stamp on some more things. Yeah, any questions, let me know below. Tell me what you think of my stamps and my stamping, and I shall see you in the next video.